Hey guys, how you doing? Mike Tannic here. I am here with more Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing La Resistance. Now, I was obviously able to secure a copy of La Resistance a couple days early, and all of that is because of you guys. I didn't do anything special. I'm not some dude who, I don't have swing with Paradox or anything like that. I was only able to get this copy because of you guys. So I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to do this and allowing me to play this awesome DLC. Now, you guys probably know that I have been a little bit critical of Paradox in the past, just for, everybody knows their habit of having a little bit too much DLC. A lot of things that people think should have been included in the original release of games or in a patch, something like that. But in this case, I think they actually nailed it. So I am really happy to be able to bring this to you guys. So thank you. And I will shut up about that now. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Let's deal with our notifications first, as we are playing as Spain, as you can see. And I plan on playing as Republican Spain, also known as Communist Spain. However that ends up turning out, that's the end result of it. So, basically whatever we do now only has limited effects. So let's go ahead and get started on our research. And we are going to probably do the basic 3 to start, since we do only have 3 research slots. And electromechanical engineering. And what was the last one? Here we go. Construction. Learning how to build stuff. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how many civilian factories we actually have, because I know that we are going to have to build civilian factories, probably more than anything else. So we have 8. We have 8 to start with, and I'm happy with that. So let's go ahead and just build 3 civilian factories to begin with. Now, if you guys didn't know, let's go ahead and pick our focus. Oh, yeah, look at that. In La Resistance, Spain is one of the countries who got a brand new focus tree. And there is so much here, guys. There's so much here. I'm not going to try to go through all of it. But I've already made up my mind about which way we're going to go. So we are likely going to go with the Popular Front. And unfortunately, this is going to be the only way we can go down that particular branch. I wish we could like cherry pick from, one focus to the next, because there's really good focuses on each side of this, guys. There really is. Like unify the nationalist fronts. Oh, yeah, no, and we're not going to do that. So we are going communist. So we're taking the right hand path here, ironically. And let's go ahead and get our production sorted out here. Now, we are not making any... Are we? No. We're not training any divisions yet. So let's go ahead. We have 7 total factories. Let's go ahead and put 3 into infantry equipment and 3 into artillery, because we are going to need that artillery coming up. Now, let's go ahead and get our divisions assigned. There are likely going to be some divisions who are trained, although it doesn't look like it. It's... Wow. Wow, Paradox has made some changes. Okay. Alright, good. Let's go ahead and add these divisions as well. Yeah, it looks like all the divisions need training, so... Okay, that's fine. And what do we have? We have cavalry, infantry, and mountain. Now, how many... I'm going to go ahead and get the clock ticking here, guys, while we're sitting here chatting. Okay, we only do have 4 different templates for units, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and get our dockyards sorted. Now, let's actually have a look at what our navy looks like. Okay, we have a task force with 2 battleships, some light cruisers. Okay, not bad. There are 2 light cruisers here, 4 subs, 8 subs, and 8 destroyers. So you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to try to merge all this into Doomstack. At least all the surface ships should be going into a single fleet for now, just so we know we can more easily keep track of what we're doing. So, all right, we have one dockyard to destroy. Okay, let's give the one dockyard to the heavy cruiser here. We will take this down to building 1. And same thing here with the destroyer. We will take it down to building 1. Okay, good. All right, I'm happy with that. So guys, obviously, as you know, we are going to end up fighting in the Spanish Civil War. Now, I don't know that this makes any earthly difference at all, but what I would like to do is get all of our units consolidated down into what will be Republican Spain, and let's put them in Valencia. Okay, there we go. So, I would be remiss if I didn't start to talk about the brand new features in La Resistance. So, let's have a look at it. Now, here is the intelligence agency window. So, we can't do anything just yet, guys, until we create an intel agency. And this will require 5 of our factories, which, just for the sake of this DLC, I'm going to do it so we can see what happens, and I will show you all of the features down there. But let's go ahead and have a look here. In creating an intel agency, we get to choose an insignia, and let's choose the Romanesque one. As if you guys didn't already know, I'm a huge fan of all things Rome. So this is going to use 5 of our civilian factories for 29 days. Now, why does it take civilian factories to build an intel agency? Likely because, you know, there's no other form of currency in this game, unfortunately. Well, there are forms of currency. You know, you could trade steel, this, that, the other, but why it would take factories to create an intel agency, I don't know. And maybe Paradox has something up their sleeve that they're going to spring on us in the next patch. God knows, but in any case, I think right now, since we are going to go communist, we should start to butter up our friends here in the Comintern. And I know that's going to cost us some political power. So what are we getting? 1 a day. That's okay. Man, Stalin looks really good in this picture. Did you guys notice that? Except he has the gray mustache. I've never seen a picture of him with a gray mustache. I also haven't looked at a lot of Stalin pictures, so whatever. So what we need to do next is start to look around at what we need to train. Let's get our forces going here, and let's go ahead and start to train our main fleet. I don't know what is our fuel? Oh, we only get 48 fuel per day. And we can't really trade for it since we are creating an intel agency, so let's go ahead and stop that. Yeah, see, they're making us have some tough decisions here. Okay, so we have 19 more days. And after that, we can likely... Oh, yeah, Jesus. Look, our intel agency is sapping everything. We only have 3 civilian factories. Guys, that is atrocious. God, that's atrocious. All right, but anyway, did we get all of our forces here? So, yes. All right, so we have 17 divisions. Let's start to take stock. We have not checked our air power yet. And what does our air power look like? Okay, so we have 2 fighter wings and some naval bombers. Not a lot, but enough. What is that? A total of 60. 60 fighters and 27 naval bombers. Great. Great, guys. That's wonderful. That's more than I thought that we were going to start with. You know, and of course, again, those planes may get split up during the Civil War, but to possibly try to prevent that, I am going to move all of my planes to eastern Spain. And I'm doing that because I hope that when the Civil War kicks off that we can possibly just keep everything that's on our side, which is the same reason I moved the divisions over here, guys. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. So we can train them. Well, I mean, we are training them, but we can't train our Navy, so... Yeah, we'll have to leave that be for now. So let's go ahead and start. Can we safely get away with training any of our airplanes? Perhaps the stack of 24. Let's see what that does to our fuel. Okay. Yeah, that's only consuming 25 fuel a day. So can we get away with training both air wings? Alright, current consumption 63, well, we're only getting 48, so yeah, that's not going to work necessarily, but... okay. So we'll only train one air wing at a time. Yeah, guys, again, that's the unfortunate part here, is I wish... Okay, we only have 4 days left. There's 3 days now, until we create our intel agency and get some of those factories back. And what I would like to do with those is trade for at least 8 oil. Okay, national focus completed. Change in popularity of communism, 10%. Change in popularity of non-aligned, 5%. So, guys, let's see what comes next. Now, I do want to show this to you. Now, we could secure the Guardia de Asalto or secure the Guardia Civil. In fact, okay, so we get +5 stability over here. And on the start of the Civil War, we gain 6 poorly trained units with 3 infantry battalions. That sounds like exactly what we were already going to do. Okay. And this is army experience. Upon the start of the Civil War, you gain 3 trained units with 6 infantry battalions. Yes, please. Yes, strength. Strength, my friends. Okay, we are about to complete... We got our intel agency called SIM. So, let's go through this, guys. Now, the thing is, if you didn't know, this DLC gets rid of occupation armies. So, when we conquer new territory, we don't have to send actual units there. It's done in an abstract way. And right here you can see garrisons. Garrisons, this is the amount of equipment that you disperse to the off-map units. So you're not actually seeing them, and you don't actually have to do... I mean, you still have to manage it, but you don't have to do anything else. So, intel. Now, what are we going to do? There are so many options here, guys. Like, there's just... Obviously, you can see intel, defense, operations, operative training, cryptology department. All of these things are just awesome buffs that you can give to yourself, but at the same time, you're giving up a lot of civilian factories to get any of these done, because again, that is the only currency in which we're trading. So for right now, we're going to leave this be because we need every single one of our factories. But I mean, yeah, commando training, like all this stuff, guys, it's so impressive what they've done with the, you know, with the assets that they had. I'm truly impressed with Paradox and what they've done. So again, for now, we are going to leave this be because we cannot afford to give up these factories. And, you know, part of me wanted to actually start with a different country, like maybe France or the UK, who has the factories, to be able to give that up. But we will get there, guys. I will show you. I will absolutely show you. So the one thing that we will be able to do, I believe, here in the next little bit is become Spy Master. And that makes it so we can recruit even more operatives. And as you can see down here, we are recruiting an operative. It takes 30 days. Yeah, there's just not much we can do right now. But we will be able to send our operative in to do some damage. Or, you know what, I'm also tempted just to keep our operatives where they are, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see when we get there. So let's go ahead and look at our trade. Let's trade with... Who do we want to trade with? We do need oil, regardless. Let's trade with the Soviet Union, because I am hoping to brown nose up to them and, you know, make them be our friends. So how much oil are we getting now? 278. So that means we can definitely start to train our other pilots. Here we go. Yeah, I'll train you. Alright, is everyone training? And what does that do to our oil? Uh-oh. Here we go, guys. Spanish election of 1936. Despite a massive election campaign by the Spanish Confederation of Autonomous Rights, it is the left-wing Popular Front formed by the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party and the Republican left, with the aid of anarchists, communists, and trade unionists, which appears to have won the 1936 elections. Illustrating the heavily divided Spanish political landscape, the Popular Front's lead in the popular vote seems to be far more narrow than the comfortable lead in seats would indicate. Whichever new government will be formed under the leadership of President Manuel Azaña, in the days and weeks ahead, it will have to deal with an increasingly alienated and hostile political right. Rather than solve the political violence and societal unrest that grips our country, it therefore seems likely that the recent election results will only serve to exacerbate it. Okay, so we get plus 10% in the popularity of communism. Now, how are we looking here? It's almost evenly divided. Yeah, we got 26 for communism, 27% for fascism, 30% for democracy. Yeah, it's no wonder that there's going to be a civil war. Okay, so are we training them? Yes. And how much fuel is that using? We got daily gain of 278 and we are expending 101. Okay, that's not bad. Could we possibly train our smaller submarine fleet without losing fuel? How does that look? Okay, yeah, we are still well within our bounds. Alright, we're getting 278, spending 158. What about if I train these other 8 subs? How does that look? Okay, yeah, now we're consuming 193 a day. Not bad. So we can train... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Oh, they're repairing. Okay, let's make sure that we do automatic split off for all of our fleets, particularly while they're training. Yeah, we'll do that. Just to make sure that they keep training while we're working here. Oh, jeez. And I hate that, guys. So one of the things about HOI4, which I wish they would fix already, is when they... You can set a fleet to automatic split off, but if they're already undergoing repairs, then the entire fleet has to stay. That would be nice. That would be nice. Even though for these subs, that's not bad. They can get back out there. And now we have everyone training. So how is that looking? Yeah, we are still gaining just barely. Just barely. And how is our relationship with the USSR? Soviet Union. Okay, well, we don't like them very much, but they apparently like us a lot, which is odd. Negotiate licenses. And oh, that's the other thing, guys. When we start this off, or you know, whenever things get really underway, we are going to request permission to there we go. Negotiate licenses. Yeah, because we are going to get Soviet tanks. I would like to produce Soviet tanks because I don't know if this DLC changed anything in particular about Spanish tanks, but at least in vanilla, Spanish tanks suck. They're awful. Okay, guys. We are now able to recruit an operative. So who are we going to get? Alright, he's tough. Enemy operative intel extraction rate minus 50%. Ooh. Seducer. Own operative detection chance factor minus 20. Infiltration effectiveness, plus 25. Infiltration risk. I kind of like this guy. I would like to go with the tough guy, but let's go with him. Okay. So I'm thinking, guys, what we should probably start to do is build an intel network, because that is going to pay dividends, I believe. Oh, wait, hang on. Yeah, it will pay dividends during our war, our civil war. Let's see, actually, quiet intel network. Yeah, we can't do any of these just yet. Control trade, diplomatic pressure, and root out resistance. That we don't have to do yet. Okay, counterintelligence. So let's go ahead. We'll start to do counterintelligence for now. I mean, we could also build an intel network. Yeah, I think we should do that. Just, I'm trying to showcase, you know, some of the things that we're doing here. Some of the new abilities with this DLC. And there we go. Remilitarization of the Rhineland. Yeah, I'm trying to showcase some of the things that this mod can do. And right now we are going to build a intel network in Western Portugal. Why? Because we can. And I'll show you why later. You won't have to worry about it. Let's go ahead and see what decisions we have here. We have a military plot. Okay. Select where to manage your garrison influence. Let's see. We could do some of these. Reassign disloyal leader. And the effects from that... No. No, we're not going to do any of those, I don't think. Wow. Okay, so look at this. Opposition Civil War preparations. So, negotiate Carlos support. Primo de Rivera speech and influence challenged in the Sevilla garrison. So yeah, there are a lot of things going on. I don't know if this was part of the original Hoi4 or if this is new stuff added, because I never bothered to look at the decisions leading up to the Spanish Civil War. Because I have played as Communist Spain before. I've done that. You know, that's not a big deal, but interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and have a look at... Okay, and here we go. Yeah, most of our divisions now are trained. So here's what we're going to do. Instead of... Well, yeah, we're going to have to make a new army. So we'll take... Is it only 4 who still have to train? So we'll put the brand new 4 into an army and stop training these 13. And how's our equipment looking? Because I know, God, training that many troops can really drain us. Yeah, we're hurting a little bit. Yeah, we're hurting a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and take down the towed artillery by 1 and put 1 more into infantry equipment. Because we are going to need that infantry equipment coming up very soon. All right. And ooh, okay. We got electromechanical engineering guys. I'm so happy. Okay. So naturally, we're going to just take care of our multipliers here and do mechanical computing. And I expect we'll get another tech done very soon. All right. How are we looking here? Okay. Yeah, they're still not quite there yet. You know, I should be saving all of our fuel to train our main fleet is what I should be doing, but they can wait. So let's go ahead and give them an admiral, and yeah, I think we should give them Luis Carrero Blanco. Submarine attack. Oh, maybe he should be in charge of the submarine fleet then. So, yeah. Yeah, so we'll do that. As a matter of fact, let's get both of these submarine fleets into the same task force. That way we can give them... Yeah, the submarine attack. Admiral, perfect. Perfect, perfect. I forget, we are building a sub, right? Or are we not? No, we're not. That's okay. That's okay, guys. I'm not too concerned about that. We are building... We're about to be done with a Destroyer 2 and a Heavy Cruiser 2 now. with Spain, it is always kind of difficult to figure out whether or not you should really commit to naval power, just for the simple fact that we don't start out with much, and it isn't absolutely necessary. I mean, it is if we wanted to start to invade, I don't know, say North Africa, or if we end up invading the UK, then yes, it's very important. But as of right now, I don't foresee the need for us to actually research anything in the naval department. We have subs. We will be able to actually do fairly well, I think, if we want to run some interdiction and, you know, sink some troops. But right now, I think we should probably even this up. So I'm going to take 2 subs from the fleet with 8 and give it to the fleet with 3. So that way we're going to be 5 and 6. And that'll be much better, I think. I don't want to have a fleet of 3 subs out there. They're pretty much useless. They can do a nothing. All right. So how are we doing with these decisions here? Again, I do not want to do any of those, but as we save up our political power, I think it would be wise to start to pick out some political advisors. And what I would like to do is get someone who's going to boost our political power. So let's see here. Backroom Backstabber. Yeah, plus 5% political power gain. So there we go. So yeah, Francisco Largo Caballero. He's our man. He's going to be the guy that we get as soon as we're able to. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, we can't. I'm not going to worry about any of these. Well, actually, should I? The inevitable civil war. We should reassign. Yeah. Reassign disloyal leader. That's actually a really smart move, and you guys will see why in a little bit. Missing equipment production, naval bomber. No, we're not going to build naval bombers. And they're only saying that because we're training in them. I'm sure I've lost a couple to poor reliability. All right, influence the Extremadura garrison. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave all of our decisions alone for now. Okay, so we are doing good here. We are up to level 2 experience, but let's have a look at what our intel agent is doing. All right, so he is infiltrating the civilian administration, and what do we have because of this? Could infiltrate the army and make resistance contacts. So I feel like, yeah, we need to recruit another intel operative. But we can't do that until we, okay, one sec. Oh, secure the Guardia de Asalto. Okay, so this, guys, is going to really strengthen us come the Civil War, I think. It's going to give us 3 trained units with 6 infantry battalions rather than the opposite of what we would have gotten. So, going down this, you know, I'll explain as we go, but let's go ahead and continue going down this focus tree. So this one will give us plus 5% change in popularity of communism, and upon the start of the Civil War, we will gain an additional 5 well-trained units with 3 infantry battalions. So we'll see. We'll see if that's even worth it. Now, here's what we need to do. So, yeah, we cannot yet get another operative, unfortunately. I would love to be able to get a second operative, but we're just not at the size yet where we can do that. But we are, guys, we are infiltrating the civilian government over here. Yeah, or I'm sorry, no, we're building an intel network. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And this guy, okay, he's... And this is the thing, much like generals, guys, your operatives do get traits. And in this case, you can see that he has 10% of the linguist trait done, which I don't know exactly what that does, but it's obviously a good, positive thing. Alright, so we will leave that there. Alright. And what else were we doing? Yeah, I want to keep an eye to make sure that we're not overextending our training here, especially for our Navy. Okay, that's fine. Alright, and we did get basic machine tools. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get concentrate. Well, and see, guys, this is always the toss-up here. I don't foresee us being under heavy strategic bomber threat, so there's no reason to get dispersed industry. I think we should do concentrated industry. I believe that that is the better choice here, so we are going to go with that. Now, where were we? Okay, yeah, training our troops. These guys are pretty much done, all of them. Now, before this episode ends, I do want to... Yeah, I do want to actually take care of our troop templates here. Now, we do have Brigada de Infanteria, which, what do they have? Okay, it's 4 regiments and engineers, but what about our infantry divisions? 8 regiments, engineers, artillery. Excellent. Okay, so what we were going to do, just, you know, to make it easier to figure out which unit is which, we're going to change. Hey, why can't I change? I want to change. Okay, yeah, why can we not change? Okay, and okay, so our suck air units will get the 2 shovels, and let's see what that does. What does that do to our army? I'm sure that we... Okay, we have at least 2. Yeah, we have 2 of the lesser units. Why can this unit not be changed? Why can that not be changed? Is it because... I wonder if that is because of the fact that we are about to be in a civil war. We should be able to change that. I wonder what changes we can make. Okay, how about this? No. Oh, guys, look at this. We cannot change anything. Duplicate template to modify. Yeah, guys, we can't change anything, and I wonder if that is because of the Civil War, and I'm guessing it is. So we're just going to have to suck it up and deal with the units that we're given for right now, which is really unfortunate because I did want to boost these guys up since we do have the army experience, but that is okay. That is okay. We'll deal with that later. Okay, how are we doing here? Select where to manage your garrison. Okay. Yeah, we are working very diligently on those decisions. Oh, guys, I can't tell you how happy I am with this new intel agency thing that's here. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, God. Okay, and yeah, as soon as... You guys will see the results of this. What we're doing here, obviously, is building an intel network. Because we are at the end of our Civil War. After we win, hopefully, wink, wink, we are going to take over Portugal. They don't know it yet, but we are. So it's best that we get our spies in there right now. Okay, yeah, what are we doing here? Yeah, that's why I'm glad that we're doing this here. Now, the other option that I thought of was doing this in either Germany or Italy, but at the, you know, it makes the most sense to deal with our neighbors first, and I think that is the best course of action here. So, guys, that is where we were going to leave it for episode 1 for our brand new campaign throughout Spain. And again, guys, I cannot thank you enough. The whole reason I am able to do this, the whole reason I'm able to own this DLC right now is because of you guys. So thank you so much for all of you who watch, who subscribe, and especially those of you who comment, because, guys, I always try to get back to the comments, and particularly when we're starting out a brand new campaign, I need all the help and suggestions I can get. So if you say it and it makes sense, then there's a good chance it will be incorporated into this campaign. Thank you guys again for watching. I will see you next time.